Alright, welcome back to 999. Last time, we looked around this room and we found a bunch of salts and stuff. And we had to deal with atoms, which is like science, and now we're gonna continue because we found some body parts. Let's go back out to the operating room. Do we should go back? Yeah, I think that's probably best. Clover nodded and left. She was about to follow her when he realized that Seven wasn't following suit. Hey Seven, what's up? Oh, well... Looked up at Spill distractedly, and then down at the brown bottle he cupped in his large hands. What's that? I responded, Seven hostile gently to the pro. He caught it and twisted it around to read the label. Ethylene diamine trinate? Okay. EET. It's tarsic elethanine diamine. Sure, medical terms. What kind of medicine is that? It's not a medicine. I think it's an industrial sling detergent. Why would they have something like that in here? Void to clean stuff up. Clean what up? Fuck if I know. Still, looks like it's cleaned my brain up. What? Just probably looked from the bottle. You remember something? Seven nodded and slowly and spoke. I remember a story about TED. Whatever. Happened about 50 years ago. There's this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT. I keep mixing up the words. Crystals. They're making it to sell this international chain cleaner, like I told you before. But year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building. One of them started attaching themselves to EDT. That's like really complicated to say. I'm just gonna let you read that, because you know what it is. Crystals. It made them in some sort of mutation in the original crystals called a hydrate. Once it turned into a hydrate, though, useless as a cleaner. The factory had to just dump all the crystals. As a hydrate, they're useless. They did there. After that day, the same thing started happening in the factories everywhere. Even when they're nowhere near that first American factory. They've been making crystals the same way, with the same materials and the same equipment in the same environment. But now, all of a sudden, every single crystal formed into a hydrate. Ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure crystal. Even in the research done years before, they never got a single hydrate. After it happened in the first factory, it just spread. It was like, man, how do you say it? Like monkeys were communicating with each other. Transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive. From it spread throughout the world, right? Joe looked at Seven with a smirk. Seven stared at him, dumbfounded. Yeah, that's it, exactly. How did he know? I heard another story, I kinda like that one. When? In the freezer. What? The freezer? Oh yeah, I also did the freezer thing too. So that's why you're talking about this now. Yeah. Phil told Seven the story he heard from June in the freezer. Kitchen. In the freezer. In the freezer kitchen. Kitchen freezer. Whatever. How one day glycerin can crystallize. And the story of ice that wouldn't melt in room temperature. Phil was done, Seven looked around thoughtfully, then absentmindedly rubbed the char on his skin. The scar on his chin. Ice isn't on the room temperature, huh? Sounds familiar? Yeah, hold up. I feel like I remember something. It's right there. Seven squinted. His eyes out to his face, so he was trying desperately to focus on something far away. Do you... Do you know about Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9, Ice 9. Ice, ice, ice. Suddenly Seven's eyes shot open. That's it! I remember now. That woman. She's on the boat. That woman. Alice. Who's Alice? God, the woman who won't melt at room temperature. Became clear to Seven that you probably no idea what we're talking about. Ran his hand through his face and took a deep breath. You know, the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right? Yeah. More than 15,000 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it? Hear about the boat was sent to collect the dead bodies? I think that was the Artemis Carpathia, right? There's a cruise liner, just like the Titanic. No. That was a ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS Mackie Bennett. Mackie Bennett showed up on April 15th. On April 17th, 2 days after the accident. Set up from Fairfax, a port in Canada. Covered 306 bodies. The Atlantic far north is really cold, so that's for there to be like experts and stuff. Anyway, the bodies floated out of the water were frozen solid. That's a very nice story. So what happened next? They say that Mackie Bennett covered something more than just dead bodies. There are various bits of stuff floating around in the water. Stuff the drowned carried with them, or stuff just lodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin. A coffin? Yeah. A wooden one. Whoever made it just been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin, it was all wood. There's no nails, reinforcements, there's no gaps in the wood anywhere. It was airtight. We were pretty curious about what it might be inside it and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it and open, it was so well made. Inside, they found a woman, or I guess you could say they found the dead body of a woman. Hair was thick and black, her skin was deep brown and didn't show any signs of age decomposition. Say he looked gorgeous, like a goddess. He was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said he just looked like he was sleeping. Her skin was so lifelike, she looked like she might wake up any minute. She didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the Mackie Bennett finished the search and returned to Halifax. The 306 bodies were unloaded and then taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to melt. Say, this stink was horrible. But there's one body that didn't thaw. The girl in the coffin. That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually. The weeks passed and nothing happened. The month passed and another, and it was summer, and she was still frozen solid. After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Word about the girl started to spread, and people came to visit Fairfax from all over. After a while, the people started to call her Alice. Of course, those rumors didn't last long. Why? Well, she up and disappeared. One day Alice was there, the next day she wasn't. Say someone snuck into where they were keeping her and stole the body. The body got on the rumors flowed pretty quickly. That's why no one remembered her. Don't know to find everybody. If you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it. Wait. You saw that she's on this boat. Yeah, I did. That's gotta be somewhere on the ship. Why the hell would you say something like that? Because I know. This is what you know. What happened to Alex after you stolen? Phil gulped. Alright, tell me. What happened to Alice? Sarah nodded slowly and took the look on the look of a man recalling something long buried. But around that time, there was a thriving black market in New York. I mean, I'm sure there still is, but there's a special. All millionaires from all across over the world. And Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordon. You heard that name before, right? Sir Gordon. Isn't he the guy who bought the Titanic? The Titanic's sister ship? Yeah, that's him. Well, I guess he hadn't done that yet. What do you mean? Gordon bought Alice in 1912. And 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the Titanic. And he's selling somewhere on the Titanic. Do you know where?